Kia ora kodwa. Namaste. Hello. Sat Sri Akal. Vanakkam. Ni hao. I am Prashant, and together we shall be exploring the ever changing, very varied, exciting landscape of cybersecurity in the next 16 weeks. I stress on the aspect of together, as this is a journey which we shall be undertaking together, learning from each other, challenging the status quo when it comes to policy, attempting at breaking established norms in cybersecurity after understanding the rationale for the stated policies about cybersecurity and in the bargain, creating perhaps something unique together. The Info 702 cybersecurity module is aimed at providing the students with a sound understanding of the principles, tools, and technologies available in the cyber domain to protect an organization against untoward cyber incidents. One of its objectives is to make you capable in protecting an organization's investment in information and communication technology. To attain these objectives, you would need to put in work in and outside the class. Hopefully, after this module, you would acquire transferable technical, analytical, and professional skills supported by a broad awareness of current technology trends, particularly in the field of computer security. The course covers a mix of core security techniques and concepts which are evolving in the cybersecurity domain. This course does require prior knowledge and experience of networks and basics of computer security. However, it is not only a networking course, it is a course where you can come with any skill set in the computer domain and then develop your skills specifically in the computer security vertical. The course is going to have a significant portion of lab-oriented activity, which you will be attempting in class and in your own time. When I say significant, I mean 30% of this course is all about labs. This course will require you to brush up on your basics of operating system concepts on Linux, Windows, and other OSs as we play with it. Networking theory in terms of understanding what IP scheme is, and a bit of object-oriented programming skills, but primarily looking at scripting. You would also study a lot about security policies besides cybersecurity protection equipment. We will be studying the Fortinet security appliances during the course, and a select few of you will be offered an opportunity to appear or attempt the Network Security Engineer 4, which is called as the NSE 4 certification for free. This is a $400 prize, which is accorded to a few of the students in every module who manage to get a certain percentage in their theoretical tests. I must, however, admit that this is not a simple test to pass. So you will have to put in sustained effort to make the cut to actually get that voucher from me. The approach to cybersecurity for this module is from an IT stroke of business perspective. The implication is that you will learn to look at business requirements before technical solutions. Security is and will remain always about business requirements. It is not a technical fad. This course does not follow a specific course book, but will be open to emerging trends in the cybersecurity landscape. And I shall be sharing content during the course and uploading or pointing you in the right direction of the recommended study material as this course progresses. You will, however, be getting 2 course or lab books, which are pretty comprehensive, and you can use those for your study and learning about the theory in proper. I should also be supporting this with certain videos, which I shall be uploading from time to time to support you in doing your labs in time. Some tips to learn from my class. Info 702 is a class for the motivated students, where the tutor shall only be a guide, and you will learn through your own efforts. I will support you all the way, but you will have to really put in the effort to make the grade. You need to log into Moodle regularly and keep up with your forums, class preparations, and reading. It is important to come to class, whether it's a face-to-face class or in these strange times, it is a class where we're going to continue with Zoom or some other video interface where we shall meet at a predefined time and conduct the class. The required weekly time committed for the course is 3 hours with you and me as tutor and 7 hours of self-directed study. I can promise you one thing, you would need to put in those 7 hours to gain from this course and perhaps pass. You will need to complete a mandatory number of activities in class to be eligible for the assignment to be submitted or accepted. During the second half of this module, you will perhaps need to focus more on your self-directed study hours per week. If you plan on getting the NSE 4 certification and getting a passing or a good grade. I will admit very candidly, this course is unlike a few of the other courses you might have attempted in the past. You will need to work to pass. And I'm not apologetic about it. If you're going to go in the industry and call yourself cybersecurity read or studied or capable, you need to put in that effort. But it'll all be worth it. You will need to brush up your skills on virtual machine management, a couple of Linux commands, operating system, as I mentioned, both Windows and Linux, and troubleshooting of simple networking issues. This class will not be about sorting out why your lab is not working or why exactly something is not happening the way it should or how it's mentioned in the lab book. You will have to learn to figure it out. And that's what this course is all about. Figuring it out, how you can get a network to function, how you can get a piece of code to work the way it's supposed to, and what happens when something goes wrong. All this is not rocket science. It's simple, plain and simple common sense. And I want you to apply your faculty to understand that and attempt it. There's no better opportunity than this class to do it. Each week, you're required to do the following. You have to attend 3 hours of classes or lab sessions. Please check the timetable for timings and the rooms. The room is probably always going to be E1 or 9. If it's going to be a Zoom meeting, I shall share that with you. Do research and prepare for the next week's class. You will have all the labs are timed. You will get perhaps only within the class to complete this lab. If you studied well, you prepared for it, you will be able to complete the lab. If you don't, then you lose marks for the lab because there are 16 labs you got to do in the 16 weeks, and they are all marked. They are all summative. Study the assigned reading for the week. Complete the lab assigned and show the same to the tutor. All class assignments are summative and contribute to your overall marks or grade for this module. There will be a lot of interaction. You will work in a lot of groups because you learn from each other. And thus you have to contribute to the weekly forum and reply to other students. You learn from each other. I learn from you and you learn from me. And finally, you have to complete the required assessment in time. This is going to be a fast-paced, fast-moving module, which will need you to stay up to date. If you do not do a lab or a work in the previous session, there is high likelihood that you will face significant problems completing the next lab. Now, there will be plenty of opportunity for questions during the class time. In fact, in this course, you will be encouraged to question and discuss concepts. In this field, there is no expert. You are all experts and together we shall learn the subject. You will all be sharing your personal experiences. I shall do mine and you can share yours. We'll all learn from each other. Outside the class, the question and answer forums to ask questions about the course content, etc., is there on Moodle. I shall endeavor to respond within 2 working days, but I will first wait at least a day in the hope that you will answer each other's questions. I once again reiterate, this is a class about learning from each other, the fundamental concepts of security from a networking or a cyber perspective. I really look forward to interacting with each one of you in the coming weeks in these very strange times. It really feels nice to see you in class face to face, but should there be a need for us to go virtual, believe you me, you will be seeing me every week on a video forum or maybe a Zoom forum, and we shall continue with these sessions. Everything that's required for this module is already there on Moodle. You can perhaps complete the course uh, well before the stated time. I look forward to working with you. I look forward to interacting with you. And I look forward to really having a good time in this semester ahead. All the best. And I really look forward to the classes ahead. Cheers.